The all-new Q8 E-Tron from Audi. The all-new Audi Q8 E-Tron welcomes you to the world of luxury and sophistication. This revolutionary car is a perfect blend of luxury and efficiency, offering cutting-edge technologies and an electric motor that will transport you to your destination with ease. With its sleek exterior, comfortable interior, and advanced technology, the Q8 E-Tron is the perfect vehicle for those looking for an exhilarating driving experience. Let's discover the power of the Audi Q8 E-Tron today. Subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on the latest news and updates. The Audi E-Tron facelift introduces new styling, technology, and a new nameplate, elevating it to the top of Audi's electric SUV hierarchy. The Audi Q8 E-Tron is the new name for the old Audi E-Tron. It is a substantial midlife upgrade for the brand's huge electric SUV, ensuring it maintains first place among a growing field of competitors. The new Audi Q8 E-Tron is an all-electric SUV that's adventurous, spacious, efficient, and loaded with Audi technology. The Q8 E-Tron not only emits zero emissions when driving, but it is also manufactured at the Audi Brussels facility, which has been certified as CO2 neutral. This car is a considerably facelifted and rebadged version of the company's first E-Tron SUV, with a new design, new electric motors, and larger battery packs, increasing the car's maximum range from 252 miles to 343 miles on the coupe-inspired Sportback variants. That makes it one of the longest-range electric cars on the market. Such range numbers put it on par with the Tesla Model Y and BMW iX. In the first instance, the Audi Q8 E-Tron is available in three distinct models: the Q850 E-Tron, the Q855 E-Tron, and the Audi SQ8 E-Tron. The mid-spec Audi Q855 E-Tron we think marks the sweet spot in the lineup, combining a somewhat larger battery than the entry-level car with slightly more powerful performance. The fast Audi SQ8 E-Tron is exciting to drive and has excellent performance, but it comes at a price. It's close to £100,000. The Audi Q8 E-Tron has all the efficiency benefits of an electric car with the unmistakable presence of an SUV. Let's take a look at the external design of the Audi Q8 E-Tron. The aesthetic of the original E-Tron was quite straightforward and normal, and the Q8 E-Tron is similar in that sense, avoiding any radical design language that screams electric, but it's undoubtedly more appealing to look at. There are several cuts and creases along the front, the grille has various separate openings, and the outside ends of the bumper have significantly flared recesses with a multifaceted surface. Air curtains under the headlamps, fins ahead of the front and rear wheel arches, flat underfloor, and underbody spoilers all contribute to a reduced drag coefficient. New alloy wheel designs as well as model labels on the B-pillar are also included. It'll be required because the Q8 E-Tron's EV powertrain isn't the most efficient. Audi has done an excellent job of making the car seem attractive and sporty. The Audi characteristic light design remains in the headlights, but the top edge of the grille now features a recessed LED light bar that looks pretty cool, projecting a glow over the grille and logo below. In that regard, the logo has been updated to the new two-dimensional corporate logo that will appear across the Audi range. The optional digital matrix LEDs, originally seen in the A8, are worth mentioning. They have 1.3 million pixels that can rotate up to 5,000 times per second. On the road, this implies elements like a lane orientation light that assists the driver while not blinding other vehicles. There are two body options available, as before, SUV and Sportback. The Sportback has a highly sloped tailgate and windscreen, as well as a boot lid lip spoiler, while the SUV has an integrated spoiler atop the windscreen. Aside from that distinction, the two have a lot in common. Both vehicles, like the pre-facelift, have an LED light bar that spans the width of the body, as well as the identical bumper and diffuser treatment. Along with the aesthetic improvements, Audi has decreased the drag coefficient for the Q8 Sportback E-Tron from 0.26 to 0.24 and from 0.28 to 0.27 for the Q8 E-Tron. Now let's have a look at the interior design and features of the Audi Q8 e-tron. When you step inside, you know it's an Audi. Component-wise, not much has changed, with the only modifications being trim pieces and colors, which is fantastic. The inside exudes quality. It is well crafted and pleasant to the touch. There aren't many physical buttons on the inside because it's typical fare for an Audi these days. A 10.1-inch touchscreen infotainment system, an 8.6-inch touchscreen temperature control panel, and a digital gauge cluster with a heads-up display are included. Audi claims that many of the interior features can be controlled by voice control, so you shouldn't have to fuss with the screens too much while driving. The virtual cockpit digital dash is present and proper, and it functions as it always has. There's also a highly techy air to it, with displays all around, but they're overused. Although the HVAC screen provides haptic feedback, you must take your eyes off the road to view it. The outer rear-view mirrors are then replaced with camera-fed displays. It offers advantages such as providing a sharper view under certain lighting and weather circumstances. To pan the camera, we should tap the screen and then slide our fingers around. The inside of the e-tron impressed us, and the Q8 is no exception. Because the Q8 is based on the same MLB platform as the previous model, the interiors are identical, with a near-flat floor, and despite the battery below, it avoids the knees-up posture seen in other EVs. There is plenty of space all around, and the seats are pleasant and comfy. The rear space is likewise enough, and the headroom in the Sportback is lower. The boot is likewise spacious, with 528 liters for the Sportback and 569 liters for the SUV, with a 62-liter front storage box, or frunk. Next, let's review the Audi Q8 e-tron's battery and driving range. The most significant change to the new car is an improvement in driving range, which has been accomplished in two ways: an enhanced battery management system and the introduction of bigger battery capacities. As a result, the prior 50 variations 71 kilowatt-hour battery is no longer available, and the new 50 variant cars now come with the 95 kilowatt-hour battery from the previous 55 trim. With the greater size and system enhancements, the SUV and Sportback's driving ranges have increased from 300 kilometers and 347 kilometers to 491 kilometers and 505 kilometers, respectively. The new 55 version vehicles receive a bigger 114 kilowatt-hour pack, increasing the range from 411 kilometers to 446 kilometers for the SUV and Sportback, respectively, to 582 kilometers and 600 kilometers. There is also a higher performance 3-motor variant called the Q8, formerly e-tron S, that utilizes the same battery pack as the 55 vehicles, but has a shorter 494 kilometers and 513 kilometer range for the SUV and Sportback, respectively. Moving on to the Audi Q8 e-tron performance and handling. The good news is that the ESC system, air suspension calibration, and steering rack have all been modified to make it seem more aware on the road. In comparison to the relatively lifeless feel of the previous car, the steering of the Q8 seems better. Audi claims a 10% improvement in steering responsiveness, which is how fast the rear axle follows the front in a turn. There is also a 10% reduction in the amount of steering input required to complete a turn, and a 20% improvement in overall weight and feel. And while 10 and 20% may not seem like much, it's a noticeable improvement over the original car. The handling is smooth and predictable, and the Q8 feels rather agile behind the wheel. There are also driving modes that change the steering weight, and it's rather comfortable and convenient around town on its lightest comfort setting. These settings also alter ride height and damper stiffness. The ride height can be adjusted by 76 millimeters thanks to the air springs, which will come in handy here. Both the 50 and 55 models feature a dual motor setup, which produces a combined 340 horsepower on the 50 and 408 horsepower on the 55. Torque is the same in both at 664 Newton meters. The power supply is immediate, strong, and linear as one would expect from modern electrics, so overtaking isn't difficult, and as far as thrills go, putting your foot down and experiencing that sudden slug of torque is really exciting. That that brings us to the end of our video. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Here's another incredible video you might enjoy. To watch it, simply click on the screen. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on the latest and most fascinating news around the globe. Share this video with your friends and family. We'll see you soon. Bye!